sons, you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile.
Okay, today is August 9th, 2021, and it's 4 a.m. Alright, 1,255 subscribers. New subscribers, welcome. I have another YouTube channel called Pure Team Sussex. The link is in the description. Please go check it out. So let's go on Twitter, see what's going on.
So we shall do what women do. We shall talk.
Okay. Alright, so these are my homepage. So let me just go straight to the thing that I bookmark. This is the first thing. Okay, y'all know that they intentionally with Duchess of Sussex, right? They want a reaction. They also predictable is sickening. Okay, I saw this last night. I was not on Twitter at all because I was editing. So what is going on? What is going on? Let's see. Hopefully through the response I get something. Okay, exactly. They know what they are doing. They want the Sussex squad to storm their site, and this will be lots of traffic, with which is more money for them. Best to ignore. Okay, it's not on the web version of the article. It was an error, very bad one. Okay, what is that? But the fact that people click on the online version to check it is exactly why they did it, for more clicks. When you think they can go no lower, they always manage it. Okay, you don't have to. Can't see the headline without clicking on it. Okay, that's right, exactly. So one of those tabloids must have wrote something and they put Meghan's name on it. Okay, but it is an insult to the other one. They are basically telling her she doesn't sell papers. I mean, they don't care. They don't care about that. They just want the click. That's it. Remember, the ultimate goal is the click. So that's it. Okay, and she is not interesting enough for them to remember her name. Have you ever heard the saying, lay with dogs, you rise with flea? Okay, I don't read any of the tabloids anyway. I ignore them. Sam, totally. Okay, I'm watching Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire with my grandkids, and he goes, quote, is the Daily Prophet really the Daily Fell you complain about, Gigi? That is the height of my laughter today. Okay, people just laughing. I agree 100%. The enemy knows exactly what they are doing. That's right. When you think they are crazy, no, because these are things you will not do. But they went and do it anyway. They think people will think they're crazy, but they have their gold is in their sight. When you look at Trump and the behavior and all of that, all right, it's people who decided not to follow him, you know, that saved the country. Otherwise, you know, we will be in the plunger. Okay, not the first time it happened either. Okay, I've seen other articles in print and online that I've made that mistake. Okay, see, there's one they got. All right, so they just want to get you. One is enough. All right, if that pettiness matters to you. Clickbait and very clumsy. Okay, next tweet. I'm not sure what they're talking about, so I'm assuming it's an article that they put the Duchess of Sussex, but it's pretty much about the other one, the other Duchess. Alright, so let's see. Next tweet. Okay, this one is a thread. I started reading it yesterday, then I stopped. And I said, you know what, let me just leave it for me to record. Okay, thread for the benefit of gxiters and you know, WNK stands among them. Yes, they are there. Okay, for those who to use the 5% charity quote payout end quote rule to shame Harry and Meghan, you either don't understand it or you're a liar. It does not apply to Archwell. It applies to private foundation. So that's one of so many. So she goes on to explain, a private foundation is one where the source of income comes from a single individual, corporation, or family. Example, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Non-operating means while it may occasionally have its own programs, it mostly functions to give grants. Okay, Archwell is not a private non-operating foundation, it's a public non-profit. Public here means money comes from a broader public source. Example, philanthropic individual and companies, other foundation, even members of the public, but not a single source like a private foundation. All right, so that's 3. Public charities aren't precluded from grant giving, and one that focuses mostly on that called a public foundation. This is how Archwell launched, and I said that been the major of its work so far. This is fine and good. It remains to be seen what percentage will be grant versus program. Okay, that's 4. And one of my, not too long ago, I spoke about the Archwell Foundation, and I spoke about you know, heavy how do you call this, taxability and all of that. See, I spoke about this in a different way, all right, because I was looking at it in a different angle. So this person is you know, going straight into Archwell term of charity. All right, anyway, the 5% payout rule applies to private non-operating foundations so that they don't hoard money. Basically, a minimum of 5% must be given, not that only 5% should or will be. This doesn't apply to Archwell because again, it's not a private foundation, it's public. Remember, many of these people who does those foundation, and you look at how do you call this, major athletes, you know, who's receiving a lot of money each year, they create some sort of foundation and stuff like that. It's for tax purposes. All right, there's a deduction somewhere for them. I don't know exactly how it works, but there's a deduction somewhere for them when they're paying tax if they have some sort of a whatever, some sort of they're running some sort of a charity. Okay, there's actually no minimum payout for public foundation, at least not one that I can find on the IRS website. 85% is the number stated for private operating foundation, operating equal mostly, but not only, running their own charity programs as opposed to grant giving. All right, let's see here. 6. Oh my goodness, she went on. Okay, Archwell is not one of these either. Okay, again, it is not a private but public. What the IRS required of all is that the charity assets are permanently dedicated to an exempt purpose, and that it keeps up compliance. For a charity to be considered good by Watchdog, the expected is 60 to 70%. Again, the majority from each tax year. Most account to nonprofit quarterly spend 70% or more. It's accepted that organization younger than 3 years might not reach the 60 to 70 in these years. Okay, like Archwell. Archwell just started. So she's saying like within the beginning of its operation, it may not be able to reach that 60 to 70% that they need to give away. All right, I'm sure the people of Archwell know they'll be torn apart if they don't, despite them being less than 3 years old. But okay, that's exactly what they say here. Now, either due to ignorance or just mendacity, people are trying to conflate the 5% rule that doesn't apply to Archwell with its regular and Delaware. Okay, usually many of these people, they open their business or they sign it, or how do they call this? What is it in terms of operation and stuff? They do it in Delaware. There's a special tax percentage there when they do that. All right, like LLC type of business and all of that. So there's some tax incentive. I spoke about this not too long ago. It could have been last week in one of my tweets videos. I spoke about it. If you were driving, there was stuff that I might have put on the screen that were explaining some of the things that I was saying. Okay, they are not related. Okay, so pretty much Archwell is not related to those type of businesses that usually, or organization that open in Delaware. Okay, is in term for tax purposes. All right, there's a lot of incentive, and they don't really have to follow certain things and stuff like that when they operate and open in Delaware. Okay, they're trying to say that Archwell is registered in Delaware so that it only has to give 5%, which is a lie, because the 5% rule applies to private non-operating foundation wherever they are registered in the U.S. Once again, Archwell is not private. Okay, I think Archwell is open in California. Okay, even still, all right, even if it open in California, it still had to follow the rule of whatever it is. All right, okay, they're trying to say Archwell is registered in Delaware so that it only has to give 5%, which is a lie. Because the 5% rule applies to private non-operating foundation wherever they are registered in the U.S. Once again, Archwell is not private. Okay, not only this, but they try to say the 5% will go to charitable programs while 95% goes on expenses. That's not how it works. Why? Because the 5% accommodates certain expenses. There's a laugh. Okay, on Delaware. The registration of non-profit in Delaware has to do with the state having less complicated status than New York, California, Massachusetts. Example, you don't need 3 directors to get started. Okay, 1 will do, and you have greater control over things like the timing of board notice. That's it. Okay, I think there's some charitable work that the royal family that they operate here in the U.S. All right, but Harry and Meghan, the Archwell, not that it really mattered, but it in California, all right, which they have to follow a lot of rules and regulation. Okay, to repeat, registration in Delaware has nothing to do with the distribution requirement known as the 5% payout rule of private foundation. Okay, it's for ease of starting, getting legal help, management, and if it comes to that, dissolution, to stop with your lies. Okay, also, it's funny to see people use the absence of such a policy here as a dig at America. The UK doesn't have a payout mandate for private foundation, which means they don't have to even distribute minimum 5%. How's that good? Okay, it's an accountability measure that stops asset hoarding. The CGAP have actually studied a call for UK to emulate the US here, suggesting it could have got a further £1 billion a year out of private foundation in 2007, 2018 if it did so. Alright, anyway, the main point is the 5% doesn't apply to Archwell, and it's not a reason for registration in Delaware because, repeat after me, Archwell is not a private foundation. Alright, please excuse my spelling and grammar. It was such a long thread. After a while, all the words were blurring into each other. Alright, so that's the end of the thread. Alright, so I spoke slightly in terms of Archwell, and look at this, not too long ago I was saying something about what is it? LLCs and businesses that open in Delaware. Wow, that is very strange. And I didn't even see some of these things here. Alright, so there are, okay, her thread for benefit of gxiters for those 5% charity. Let's see here. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Alright, the response to the Duchess of Sussex initiative has been overwhelmingly positive. It's increasingly to see people using their time to mentor people or provide a service. Together, we can contribute to a global wave of compassion and positive change. 40 by 40. All right, so let's see this thread. I think it has to do with some, how do you call this thing? Let's just go to it. Alright, let's see here. Trend, okay? This is some metrics when Meghan can... Man, this morning my words were off. I couldn't think of analytics, and here I'm talking about the metrics in terms of when Meghan explained about her 40 by 40 initiative during her birthday. I couldn't even think of that on when I was recording earlier. So I just want to answer that. This is what I was trying to say. I'm gonna cut it, you won't even know, but that's what I was trying to say. Birthday, the 40 by 40. So it went straight up for a couple of days in August. All right, it continued. People still talking about it. Okay, 53.1 thousand result. Okay, engagement 444.3 thousand. Okay, potential reach. Oh my goodness, the potential reach is 180.6 billion. That's how many people it potentially reach in terms of people tweeting and retweeting and all of that. Alright, and this person put this topic here: Meghan 40th celebration, compassion in action, Meghan Markle 40, okay, on her birthday, Archwell, Meg 40, this kind of thing. That's what happened. Someone took the time to do that. Okay, let's see, top occupation. Okay, author, writers, so it reached these type of people. It reached teachers, okay, 10.3%. Okay, the author and writer, it reached 25.4%. Okay, healthcare workers, okay, the purpose is 8.2%. Entrepreneur, business people, okay, 7.8%. Executive managers, 5.4%. Arts, okay, and artists, 4.5%. Okay, lawyers, wow, 4.2, consultant, 3.5, journalist, okay, that's the purple here, that's 3.1%. Others, wow, 27.5. Okay, people in different categories. Okay, and there's more stuff on the screen. Okay, oh, so now it goes to different things. Okay, family and parenting, 20%. All right, literature, books, 12.6%. Legal, 5.7%. Animals, okay, 5%. What do they mean by animal? Music, audios, okay, that's what? That's 4.9. Celebrities, entertainment, news, okay, that's this one, 4.4. Movies, 4.2. Travel, 4%. General education, 3.8%. Others, 35.4. That's in terms of people whose interests. Okay, I'm sure that has to do with the Meghan 40 by 40 thing here. Okay, for more information, please visit archwell.com 40 by 40. Someone put something here for Archwell. Disclaimer, please note to any troll who feel the need to enter this thread, your reply will be hidden and you will be blocked. The squad already giving the warning. Okay, please note that to any troll who feel the need to enter this troll. Okay, that's the same thing written there. Okay, also I wanted to acknowledge that this thread is based on this below tweet. Thank you, Mia, Squaddy. There are amazing people out there who we can all learn from. What a week. So this is what Mia posted. Let's see here. Okay, I think that's from Google. Okay, 7.7 thousand result. Okay, let's see here. Result from where? April. So what was the search? Sussex Squad. Okay, so the search was Sussex Squad. All right. So from April 30th till middle of May. All right. So it was really, there was a lot of traction. We were under pretty much conversation throughout from April till May. All right. When it's May, in the middle of May, it's, it went high. Okay, engagement 34.6 thousand, sentiment 58.5% positive. All right, and then 13% negative. All right, potential reach, wow, 840.6 million. That's the potential reach throughout all of this. All right, so when there's no news, Harry and Meghan didn't come with anything. All right, so people were just talking. All right, there were engagement. And look at this, almost every day I have something for you. The squad are talking. We're having different discussion. We bring some pictures from God knows how long. Okay, whatever we were thinking when we were looking at this picture, they tweet about it and then we have a conversation. And this is why many times I said, the squad don't really need to click on those negative articles to have a conversation. And then some squad who have access to different things, they take screenshot and we have a conversation on that. All right, and I've shown you through my tweets. All right, so let's see here. So is that the end of the thread? I guess it is. Okay, she has one last one. Also, this page is not to support entrepreneurs, artists, or anyone in the squad and highlight information. Constructive feedback and suggestion are always welcome. Okay, so I just got this while I'm editing. So under her search, when I was reading all the professions that was under that thread, so she probably typed these in. I'm not sure. I don't usually do those analytics to see who's, what's trending or something like that. So I'm assuming that's what she did. All right, I'm just sharing you what's going on in my mind right now. But when I was first recording earlier this morning, I didn't think of that once I got to this specific tweet. So it seems like when she was doing the search to see what was trending in terms of and she put the artists, the teachers or artists and all of that, the name of profession, how many percentage of them were tweeting or part of the conversation. All right, so I just got that. Okay, I'm just sharing. Many of you probably got it, but I just got it. Okay, that's it. All right, let's see here, Dr. Zania. Okay, I can't wait to see how the team at Archwell report on this. Okay, that is a great point. I love reading archwell.com, all of the stories, so I can't wait to see Archwell highlight the impact. Let's see here, they put Archwell a legend. There's a picture of Meghan drinking her tea. Okay. What is that? Yes, I'm still excited about the animated project with Netflix. So many great things to come. All right, let's see here. More comment. There's people putting the GIF. I'm with you. Okay, Daily Express should read it. I hope not. They have written enough article about Meghan. Hopefully a journalist writes an article about this instead. Okay, because those Daily Mail, they're not journalists. They just do that nonsense. Oh my God, I can't believe this. The Olympic is done. I didn't even watch a game, not a single one, except yesterday I saw is it a judo or boxing? It was already done, but I saw it where the person won from a knockout. The person who actually got knocked out, okay, not the person who submitted the knockout. All right, so is it due to foul? I don't know, the way he kicked the person, they claim it was not good, so they give him a what is it? I don't know. I don't know the rule, but the person who got knocked out. Okay? So someone on the comment on that video said they have their coach who were training them, okay, when they're losing, how to pretend to be knocked out or something to win like this. And the guy was losing too, I think from Iran or something. And then he lost from a knockout. He was on the floor cold. My goodness, that is so unfair. Okay, her power. Now back to the thread, to Meghan stuff. Okay, come through analytic. Numbers don't lie. People have really come out to support this initiative. Okay, reading all the people supporting this initiative has been amazing. Okay, good news. It's going to help a lot of people. The Meghan effect. Okay, who's awesome. Okay, Duchess of Success. Yes, another successful project. All right. Okay, I don't want to go and read some more. Next tweet, I think I read that. Okay, Harry, let's this one I think I'm gonna skip it. It has to do with Harry's thing when he did the mental health thing. Okay, I probably gonna get, I'll put it last. If I do get I probably would just cut it out. Okay, I don't want to be red flag. Alright, for the troll, that's the next tweet now. For the trolls adding me to a Twitter list, I will block and report you, and if necessary, press charges. Do not play with me. I love her attitude on Twitter. Okay, Sussex Squad, the KP troll have been adding us to their Twitter list. Block and report them all the targeted harassment. You can find them under the list lab when you go to your homepage. I'm on Twitter, but I don't use Twitter that much. Occasionally, I respond to some of the squad's tweets here and there, and that's about it. Alright, I also found one targeting black professionals in Hollywood, block and report. What? These people have, I mean, how could, this is their tactic throughout their entire history of existence. They don't want to leave people alone. Let people live in peace of mind. Let them do their things. But, you know, they have all this platform for themselves, okay, where they could just mind their own business. But they have to disturb somebody else's peace of mind. My goodness, what is a Twitter list? I wish I had known before Troll got my 9-year-old account suspended for impersonated just 4 days ago. I've had to start from scratch. What? Your kids is on Twitter though? Okay. Okay, there's more. Okay, so that's from another tweet. That was it. That was the response. That's it. The replies. That was that. Next tweet. Let's see. Let's put that. Alright, only 24 minutes, so that's good. Okay, this story warms my heart. Back in 1997, Princess Diana met Angolan Minefield survivor Sandra Tijika, okay, I hope I pronounce her name correctly, and arranged prosthetic for her. So arrange a prosthetic for her. Okay, 22 years later, Prince Harry reunited with Sandra, who is now 38 years old, married with a daughter. She named her daughter Diana. Wow, there's 43 comments on there. Let's go straight to it. Okay, think it's so disturbing that people are trying to run that colonizer and white savior line on Princess Diana helping that Angolan woman. She literally changed her life for the better. Am I meant to say she's a villain because she is white? Okay, let's see here. He is the people's princess. Harry is truly incredible. Alright, continuing his mama's work. Bless his heart. There's a picture of Harry when he was a baby. Look at his little eyes. His little feet. And look at that engagement ring. When he grows up, he was like, this thing hurts him. He doesn't want that for his wife. He gave it to the other one, and look at how the marriage of the other one is going. My goodness, this is somebody who takes the sign, who sees the sign, who understands things that's going on. Look at him. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is so moving. The People's Princess and Prince. Okay, they also named the hospital in that village after Princess Diana because of her visit. That village was completely rid of mines and they were able to build homes and school. I also think they named a street after Diana too. Yeah, she went over there to do work to get people out of their misery of whatever situation that they are in. But the others, they're putting people in there. That's the difference here. And this is why they hated Princess Diana. And now her son too. I mean, if this is not evil, I don't know what is. So while I was looking at these pictures, and I was thinking, when you look at Princess Diana walking in the minefield, to shed light to something so dangerous like that, it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of guts. And the other thing that I was looking at is the one where she's sitting and there's a notebook in front of her. That reminds me another Meghan. When she goes to a meeting, she brings notebooks, pen and paper to take notes. So she didn't just go there just to cut ribbons. She came to take notes and see how she could help. All right? So maybe at the time, while the information is giving to her, she may not process it. Because I'm talking based on experience. Okay, at a time when someone is feeding you so much information, you may not grasp all of them at once, but if you take notes as you hear things important, like when you're in college, you're taking notes, all right, you jot down the notes, and then once you go back home, yes, you will retain some of those information, but when you start looking at your notes and stuff like that, it brings back, give you ideas where you're more at your comfort, relax, and you could think properly without any pressure. So these are the things that Princess Diana was doing, Then Meghan have been doing it too. When she's a place to take, for a charity event, she bring a notebook to take notes. My goodness, so many similarities between these two ladies. We just need to keep on praying. All right, so let's get back to the original tweet. The original recording. Okay, yep, that's right. Us Angolan have always been drawn to Diana for the exposure she gave the country's mind issue. She literally made the world stop and watch. Despite so many people questioning her motive behind it, she saved many Angolan lives by doing that work. Alright, so this is a person, I guess she's Angolan also. So she's a testament of Princess Diana's work. She see what's going on over there. Alright, sometimes it's better to hear it straight from the people who are there. So I'm assuming she is one. Alright, there she is to say, yep, that's right, us Angolan. So she must be one. Okay, I'm glad that her passion for humanitarian work. And also, not too long ago, I saw something, or I was just screaming to YouTube. I saw there was a picture of exactly where she was walking, and they show exactly what's there now. And I think there's streets, there's building on the side and everything. So they maybe it's that street that is named after. All right, let's see here. I'm glad that her passion for humanitarian work helped change and improve the lives of you and your people. It's a testament to the power of visibility and having a platform. That is true. Yep. Okay. Honestly, a real testament to humanity. All right. I want to be rich so I can do stuff like this. There's different way you could do things. Okay, do things in your own capability. You don't have to spend millions. If it's just helping a person crossing the street, okay, it's good enough, instead of just passing by and ignore. All right, so there's so many ways you could do it. It doesn't have to be big. Okay, that person you help, cross the street, who knows, her safety being on the other side of the street, okay, she does something else for someone else that affect you. So it doesn't have to be humongous. This is the thing many people sometimes fail to see. Okay, we all have a piece of a puzzle. All right, so that puzzle could be just for you to move a piece of banana a banana peel on the floor, for someone who can do much better, not to slip off and be paralyzed, unable to do the work that he is able to do. So we just a connection of things. Alright, don't think of big stuff. It's usually a little step at a time. Alright, let's say if you're going up a stairs, okay, you want to go to whatever floor. Alright, you take one step at a time to get to the next level. Alright, it's something like that. Do your best, okay, with what you have. If you don't have, guess what? Don't do anything. Why? Because if you give what you have, then you're gonna be in a situation where someone have to come and help you. Alright, that's taking away from someone else's that he could have helped. Alright, so you just have to think in a way where, not to be too selfish, but think logically. Alright, okay, you don't wait to be rich to do this. You can start in your little way, and the universe will reward you in a big way, because she is positioning you to support humanity in a big way. This is exactly what I was saying. I didn't even read that. Alright, Okay, you have to be very rich and famous to do something at this nature. Okay, this is people who's thinking too big. All right, when you're starting a business, you don't start automatically big. All right, you probably had these ideas for years. Okay, but little at a time, you're saving toward that particular business. You're saving until you have everything set, and then you open it. And then even after you open it, you don't become successful all at once. A lot of businesses fail. All right, and then little at a time, if you keep up with it, you learn from your mistake. You learn from constructive criticism. You improve. You do all of the stuff, and then bam, you make it. And even while you make it, you have to still pay attention to not to fall underwater. Okay, I remember for this channel, when I reached 200 subscribers, because YouTube was really pulling me back each time I reached 200, and this is how I become, have the habit at the beginning of showing the number of subscribers, because before I reached that 200 subscribers, YouTube keep on removing them, okay, putting me back up to 150 and all of that. So when I finally reached that 200 and it stays there, I even did a video and I put the Jefferson in it. Okay, the video is copyrighted because the music, right? And I took it down. I was so happy. And then I find myself the next thing when I was doing the video and I was doing, I don't know what came into me. I was not being myself like I'm talking right now. And then when I'm editing it, I was like, what was I saying? That's not me. And I completely trashed that video. Okay, and I went and did something completely different. Alright, and that put me into perspective. And I'm glad that I went through it when I was at 200. Looking at myself now, what is it? How many subscribers do I have? 1,255 subscribers. Now I just look at it as just a number, and I just want to keep on checking to see how many subscribers that I have. I don't really think of, oh my God, whatever I was thinking when I reached that 200. Okay, because if I start thinking of something completely, and I'm gonna lose track of myself. So that 200 experience that I got, I'm glad that I went through it when I was at 200, because now seeing how my people are starting to understand my channel or things like that, and I don't even care anymore if look at this. When I thought this channel was gonna be suspended by YouTube, okay, I went automatically create the other channel, and I was like, I'm gonna keep it completely in a different focus. And when I look at for instance the several videos that I put, and I was like, that could have been something I could earn money right here, but because I said no, I'm gonna keep it in a different focus, and I want to keep it there because I'm still freelancing here, do as I please, while I'm still staying within the guideline of YouTube. So you don't start big. You start a little at a time. Many of you have been with me since I was not even 100. I have a lot of criticism. Harsh criticism. And there's one squatty. I said, you don't have to follow me. She's like, nope, I'm gonna follow you. That's how I know the squad were for real. She's like, no, I'm not gonna unsubscribe. But when you think about it, it's a constructive criticism. And there's one squatties I was having, she was trying to make me see something, and we were going at it at the comment section. I went back so many times to look at that conversation because I still didn't get her point, but I wanted to get her point, and she was going at it and stuff like that. And these kind of things, that's what got me a little bit stronger as I move forward with my channel, because the squad are for real. And I think we both, me and whoever that I talk to through the comment section, understand where I'm coming from. Alright, so they don't take it personally. And this is why my channel is growing. And look at this, they share, like Baron, who mentioned me on his channel. Okay, and while I'm at it, I want to give a shout out to Henry VIII. If you don't know, go check her out. Alright, I didn't know she had a YouTube channel until recently, but anyway, that I went off a little bit. But this is saying, okay, you don't have to be big, okay, to help somebody. Alright, so do it at your own ability. Alright, let's say here, you have to be, okay, this person respond, you have to be very rich and famous to do something in this nature. Right? Well, if you have money at this level and you could do bigger things, that's a different story. But if it's for you to start helping, No, you don't have to be the in that particular thing. But guess what? If you can, all right, you could go help that person, that rich famous person, help distribute his wealth to someone. Go work for him. Give a few minutes of your time to help him. Okay? That's another way of looking at it. Let's see here. Start in a little ways is my message. There it is. I'm agreeing with her. If you can share the little you have, I assure you will be able to share a factor when you have much. Remember, it can never be enough. That is true. Okay, the guy you responded to was talking about pulling off a huge stuff like influencing a whole nation to help a community riddling with minds. He wasn't talking about sharing with. Okay, so this person went completely 360 here. Okay, you should know he is praying. He is a rich person. Not that he's never helped the little ways. Nah, you went completely 360 here. That's not what I was saying here. Okay, that's completely different. Okay, this person. Okay, where is it? The guy you were responding. But you have to be very rich and famous. So this is two different person here. You don't wait to be rich to do this. Okay, where did it start? Okay, I want to be. Okay, so that's a completely different person here, and other people jump in. Okay, so this is the original person. I want to be rich so I can do stuff like this. So this was the original one, and people saying you don't have to. Okay, you have to be very rich and famous to do something in this nature. So this person is responding to him, saying that the thing that this person was doing, you have to be rich to do it. And other thing is saying you don't have to be rich. You could do little things in your own capability. Okay, so it's different person here. So I got her here. Okay, I got what she's saying. You have to follow the thread so you don't lose course. All right, she was intrinsically decent human being and giving soul. She truly cared about people, and her compassion for black people was real. I remember when she held a baby who was infected with HIV in a hospital in Harlem. Okay, there's this question mark. What is this? Who is that? Okay, I don't know who's this. What is this? Okay, thanks for sharing. Okay, I think Harry has passed up a great opportunity to really be there for Africa during this pandemic. Then he do the Vax Live. I mean, there's so much people can do. And then, what is it? He has the Santa Bali. He has other things. So that's a bit too much asking of him. But he did the Vax Live. He did the Vax Live for the vaccine. So he did his part. He did his part. Yes, he advocates for vaccine for everyone, but I've always thought his connection with Africa is his strongest attribute. I would love to see him personally deliver vaccine. Come on. That's asking way too much of him. He has a family, and then this pandemic is going wild. What do you expect him to do? Risk his own life? And then traveling was even difficult. Remember when he was in Canada, when his family was cutting him off? He was trying to get his feet, above waters too. He had to take care of his family. Now, that's asking way too much of him. That is way, way, way too much of him. Traveling restriction was there. People couldn't travel and all of that. He did the best that he could. The Vax Live, and he raised millions. Okay, I know you guys love the Sussexes, but asking too much of them. He has a young family. Okay, people were, a lot of people were not believing of the pandemic. You have people who were in position to spread the truth, but were confusing the people. Okay, a lot of people were taking the side of the people who were throwing misinformation. And then he was there saying the right information. So what are you asking of him? That's way too much. That's way too much. I think what he did enough is enough. All right. So you have people in your country who's in position to do that when the vaccine is delivered, for them to do the right thing with it. Okay. Asking him to personally deliver it, that's way too much. Guess what? I will not even deliver it. Why? Because I'm a freaking chicken. I don't want to expose myself. Okay, your health is number one. If God forbid he were to catch it, that's the end. Okay, out of commission. Your health is number one. Wow, some people are asking too much. Okay, this I completely disagree, and he got 1 like. Okay, it's stories like this that made her death even more tragic. She was genuinely kind and welcoming of all of the people who were and still are marginalized in society. So glad that her boys, especially Harry, have carried on her legacy. Her boys meaning only Harry. She named her daughter Diana. There's the crying. The people's princess. Diana was an icon, became a legend, a kind of heartfelt legend. Harry looks a lot like her. Okay, it's so beautiful to see some of that brilliance and strength now growing in her blood. Okay, sadly, it's the level of genuine caring, actual helping that made the royal family hate Diana. That is true. Okay, there's no reason for the monarchy to exist, especially now that we've learned how they manipulate the law and influence politics. Alright? That is true. Alright? What I've said, the government is putting, okay, at least the government that they have right now in the UK is literally working, it's hand in glove pretty much. All right, put people in a position to be in need for charity, and then you have the monarch coming to pretend to be the rescue, and then we'll see. Everything must come to an end no matter what. Okay, right now they might be in power right now. Little at a time, people will have to see what's going on to act on it. But that last election, again, that was the UK's opportunity to go on the right path. All right, they didn't. They threw the dog bone. The hate is so deep in that country. It is so deep, infested in there. It's their foundation. This is why we're seeing what we're seeing right now. All right, because they just throw the dog bone to the people. All right, and then they run after it, and then this is why we got what we have now. After the election. Okay, she looked the same age now. Nice tattoo. Okay, I guess that's her who's showing her tattoo. Okay, the way Diana would have changed the world if she had become queen. Okay, he's just his mom. Okay, the people's prince. This is, let me stop whatever I was thinking. 3 years ago, shaking my head. Okay, name her daughter Diana. All right, my heart, this made me cry. Goodness, phew, impact. I love the story. Okay, blessing. I can't believe I went through all of it. Let's see this one here. I did say this is my last one before I go to a different topic. I don't know if I should do the Harry thing here. Alright, let's see here. There's the crying face and mad. Every time I see this article, I will retweet it. Okay, it's by Byline. What is that? Okay, what is that? Let me go on it. Okay, because this is my last one. I'm only 40 minutes. Okay, the character assassination of Meghan Markle, 20 July 2021 by Richard Sanders. Did I ever share this with you guys? How long is this? Okay, let's see. That's from Byline. Okay, as the tabloids speculate that a newly announced autobiography of Prince Harry will really have been written by his wife, Richard Sanders shed light on a 21st century tale of racism, class, and misogyny. Okay, I've had a peculiar experience over the past few years of making 2 films on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. When Harry met Meghan for Channel 4 in 2017, and Harry and William, What Went Wrong, okay, so these are the things he did, broadcast on ITV this month. 2 snapshots 4 years apart of a story that unfolded with a hideous inevitability. For the first, I took the trouble to get to know Meghan. It wasn't difficult. She's written various articles, including a particularly interesting piece for Elle in 2016 on her experiences as a mixed-race actress in Hollywood. She's giving a number of interviews and written a blog. It seems to me basic research, but to my surprise, yeah, I did read it. To my surprise, a number of royal correspondents I then interviewed clearly hadn't done the same. Okay, I'm telling you, this is the thing. When you go to my other channel, the first scripted article that I wrote, I have different things over there. I have cooking and I have a music video. All right, but the real one, the scripted one, the very first one, I think is season 1, episode 2. All right, that I talk about journalism and information holders. All right, this is the thing. They don't do that research. All right, they just do what did they call that kind of truth? Like the right now kind of truth, just to get their message across really quickly. All right. is not the real truth that takes time to do research and all of that. Imperial truth is the one that real journalists do, like this one is doing, did the research and look into the background of Meghan and all of that. All right, the other type of truth that those tabloid be doing is on the now. Okay, what do they call it? There's imperial truth, that's the real journalism, and it's like spontaneous truth or something like that. Alright, so go to that channel and check that particular thing out, video out. Okay, it wasn't hard to get a grip of the Duchess of Sussex. She was smart, racially conscious, and a feminist, a not unusual product of the northern suburb of Los Angeles, where she grew up, and Northwestern University, close to Chicago, where she studied theater and international relations.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit.
She struck me as interesting and likable. Okay, but my overwhelming feeling was, what on earth is this woman doing marrying into the British royal family? The answer was that she and Harry appeared to be genuinely, deeply in love.
Where I miss him so much. Where I miss him so much.
But this was a person who will never accommodate herself to having the Daily Mail appointed itself the arbiter of her every life choice. And so it proved. Okay, I didn't bother to read the press on her in the years that follow. There were more important things happening in the world, but I was vaguely aware of the story proceeding to script. Okay, from the initial attempt to stir up a catfight with Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, to the sustained and vitriolic character assassination of the past couple of years. Alright, when she said something here, I didn't bother to read the press, okay, on her in the years that followed. There were more important things happening, okay, in the world. That is true. Alright, they were blindsided people with nonsense about Harry, Meghan, this and that, and all of that, and the world was moving on. Alright, the world was moving on. They were doing their things to blindside you so they could, get their hands on the money. Alright, let's see here. I then returned to it a few months ago, and inevitably I found myself chatting to a friend and acquaintances. The experience was bizarre. Perfectly liberal, enlightened, intelligent people will suddenly pass through a portal to the 1950s. Meghan was conniving, okay, manipulative, and narcissistic. No antediluvian misogynist trope was crude enough. Alright, so in other words, she had, this author had some really smart friends. Okay, all of a sudden, once she's talking to her friends about Meghan, all of a sudden their mind went straight to 1950. He just couldn't believe it, or she. Okay, it was pointed out that both Harry and Meghan come from troubled, broken homes. Okay, that's right, they both have. But guess what? They're gonna make sure they don't repeat what their parents did. Alright, damage, okay, that's in quote. People had gravitated toward each other. In fact, Meghan is remarkably grounded and well balanced, and while her father has let her down, and look at this week what's going on with her father. I'm surprised I didn't come across, I didn't really stay on Twitter too much last night, so that's probably talking about him, because he's on the news now. Okay, her mother is clearly an absolute rock. Where was this assumption coming from? None of it is it bore any relation to the woman I put under the microscope 4 years earlier. Okay, it dawned on me the difference was that whereas I knew her by listening to and reading her own words, the people I was talking to had experienced her entirely through the prism of the British media. That is true. This is what they're good at. I have a video where I talk about how the British media, the press, okay, the tabloid came about. Check it out. Okay, that was one of my very first videos. Alright, now you guys could go to some of my old videos now that I'm in the monetization program. Go check those videos out. Alright, it was a perfect illustration of Harry and Meghan's core grievance as articulate to Oprah Winfrey. Quote, okay, that they were the victim of a racist, misogynist, xenophobic press against which Buckingham Palace had failed to push back. Okay, a bigoted press. Okay, Okay, there was one development I had not anticipated: the rift between Harry and his brother. It became clear that major falling out between Harry and Meghan and a number of staff at Kensington Palace preceded the worst of the press. I suspect Meghan had some steel in her core. She was a 36-year-old woman when she married Harry, and was not amenable to being shaped by the palace as they had previous younger royal partners. Okay, Harry too is probably fairly imperious. Both he and Prince William are renowned for their short tempers. They were brought up as princes after all. Okay, so they have short tempers because whatever they want, they get. So this kind of thing here. It will be unfair to caricature palace staff, mustachioed brigadiers living in 19th century, but there is certainly a cultural gulf between them and the world Meghan comes from. But the key simple fact to remember is that Harry loathed and detests the tabloid media. As Emma John of the campaigning group Hacked Off put it in our film, quote, Harry believed the press had murdered his mother and they were going to do exactly the same thing to his wife. Okay, this is one of the things that Harry had said in the Oprah thing. Is it the Oprah something, or when they were doing the mental thing? I have a tweet that had it, and that's the one I said I don't want to. I'm probably gonna get black for it.
I then had a son who I'd far rather be solely focused on, rather than every time I look in his eyes, wondering whether my wife is going to end up like my mother and I'm going to have to look after him myself.
Alright, let's see. I'll put it, if anything, I'll cut it out. Okay, in his interview with Oprah, Harry recounted a conversation with a well-connected media figure who he said told him, quote, you will need to understand the UK is very bigoted. Okay, and quote, Harry stopped him and said, quote, the UK is not bigoted. The UK press is bigoted, specifically the tabloid. But unfortunately, if the source of the information is inherently corrupt or racist or biased, then that filtered out to the rest of the society. Okay, of society. Alright, this is the thing about information and who's giving the information. Alright. He stand up for his country. He's not, the UK is not bigoted. Okay, it's the people who has the mic who are bigoted. Okay, his loathing of the press for intrusion into his own life has broadened under the influence of his wife to a wider revulsion at tabloid culture. Yet he knows that what he calls a quote invisible contract exists between the palace and the press, which both need each other. Okay, it is very easy to see how vulnerable a lower ranked couple such as Harry and Meghan might feel in a royal household in the face of inevitable horse trading that goes on over what stories run and which stories don't, and how tension might arise if they left that they were being used to cover up or distract from others, okay, from other perhaps juicier scoops. Okay, and to that, Meghan's shocked, according to her own account, at her first encounter with the genteel, vile, and maybe unconscious racism of the British, okay, of the English upper class, and it is easy to see how relation will have deteriorated so quickly. These people in those upper class things, you know, they just, their situation is good. Alright, they don't have to lift a finger to get money or anything like that, so they want to keep it that way. Alright, so it's up to people who's in the lower class, who said, you know, who's working their butt off every day, alright, to say, no, my tax cannot go to you while you're doing nothing and you oh my goodness. Alright, let me stop with my with my ideas. Alright. And okay, I just read this very quickly. My own ITV film provided a vivid example that Kensington Palace is certainly more than prepared to wade and to influence media coverage when it chooses to. On the day of transmission, the palace demanded that we remove one particular quote, people more important than myself, okay, requested, although it seems to me perfectly legally defendable, hardly never complain, never explain. That's that. This is what happened when there's a monarchy. Alright, there's not too much freedom. Alright, this is something you guys is up to the UK. Alright, the wrong Simpson. Okay, and making the latest film, I came across a news report from 1993 which features a freckled 12-year-old Meghan outraged by the sexism of a Procter and Gamble advert okay, advertisement for washing up liquid, she managed to persuade the firm to change the wording from women to people. A painfully earnest Meghan tell the reporter, quote, "If you see something that you don't like or offended by on the television or any other place, write letters and send them to the right people, and you can really make a difference for not just yourself but a lot of other people." All right, look at this. Like the previous tweet that I was talking about, okay, you don't need to be rich to do a lot of things. Look at a 12-year-old Meghan just write letters and show, let adults see where they were wrong, and then she made the difference. And look at this. Now they're working together with Archwell. They're partnering with things, and they've been donating a lot of stuff, diapers and household product to shelters and all of that. All right. Some of them I've shown, and some of them did I show? I don't know, but I've shown some of these things before. Okay, watching it struck me that the British press had picked the wrong Simpson and their pigeon holding of Meghan. She's not Wallis, the American divorcee for whom King Edward VIII gave up the throne. She's Lisa Homer and probably precocious and rebellious daughter and the Simpson. Okay, there are many reasons one might find a grown-up Lisa Simpson irritating, but conniving, manipulative, and narcissistic won't be the word you apply to her. Ultimately, Harry and Meghan's departure for California has been a revolt against the toxic culture of the tabloid press in Britain and its unholy alliance with the royal family. Suicidal and depressed, Meghan took a simple view. "We don't need to live like this." To his credit, her husband agreed. Alright, so I read this. It's in another video, and I will put the link of this in the description. Alright, so I'm tempted to go. Okay, I'm done, but I'm going back to the one that I skipped. Alright, just in case. Alright, and I'll put my how do you call it, my thing on the side, my right to use it. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so this is here. Alright, by Turkey 1976. Alright, take a listen. Squad Twitter family, can we all take a minute and say thank you? We made it out and evil didn't win. We're still here. It brings me so much joy seeing Meghan smile and happy again. We've been Harry and Meghan anchor, and we stood in the gap. I applaud us warriors. Alright, let's listen. Alright, this is the thing I was afraid to show, but let's listen, and I'll stop in between. Alright, I'm sorry. If anything come to mind, I'll stop in between and share my thought. Alright, we've heard it before.
Our baby, I'm somewhat ashamed of the way that I dealt with it. And of course, because of the system that we were in and the responsibilities and the duties that we had a quick cuddle. And then we had to get changed and to jump in a convoy with a police escort and drive to the Royal Albert Hall for a charity event. And then step out into a wall of cameras and pretend as though everything's okay.
I mean, if you put yourself in his shoes, okay, this is where he's saying the boundaries with the tabloid. Okay, deep inside their personal life, they're going through so much pain. But because of their duty, the thing that they sign up for, they were willing to do it. Okay, to help charities, to do different things. All right, they put their pain aside. They hug each other. They talk about it, and talking is very important. When you talk your problem out, it's very important. Instead of leave it inside your brain and making irrational thought and decision. Sometimes when you sit by yourself, you're thinking, and then you have when you're silent by yourself, you are talking to yourself at some point. It's just nobody else is hearing you, but you are talking to yourself when you're in a silence. But when you're going through so much problem, okay, you don't know how to deal with it. You talking to yourself, saying one thing, and then you yourself is answering your own problem. All right, this is where things go haywire. All right, giving solution to your own problem. It's when those issues are happening, you're having so much difficulties. Okay, you have to exert the difficulties, the issues that's going in your head. Say the words out. Okay, utter the words out for someone else to listen to you. Okay, to see it in a different perspective. because your perspective, when you're going through so much agony and pain, all right, you're not seeing the brighter side of things. Okay, this is why you have to speak to other people and stuff like that to see the other side of your issues. Maybe it's an issue to you, but when you say to somebody else, okay, the other person see a different angle that might shed a little bit of light to your issues. All right, so this is the thing here. Harry and Meghan were talking out their problem, their difficulties, their pain. All right, they both were anchored to each other, and I think in the Oprah interview he said it. Okay, they at least they had each other. Princess Diana did not. All right, this is what's really so amazing with Princess Diana. She had nobody, and she still come out on top. All right, even though she lost her life, but that's a different story. But she wasn't bending to go in the evil side of things. Okay, I'm pretty sure right now God better open the heaven for her. All right, God better open the heaven for Princess Diana. All right, maybe it's people on earth who had to say the good things of those who die for God to say, okay, let me open the door for you. All right, Princess Diana belong in heaven right now. All right, she went through so much. She wasn't going to the evil side of ways of the royal family for her to be accepted. She knew there was a wrong, but her by herself, she didn't have an anchor. But at least Harry and Meghan had each other. All right, that's why they didn't go crazy. They had each other, and then they saw the brighter side of things and get the hell out of there. All right, and then this is the boundary that they want with the tabloid. All right, my private life, when I'm going through so much, I don't want you to be all in my stuff, because you guys, when you're reporting things, you're not reporting the truth. And if the thing is true, it's the most of their problem. They're gonna agonize it. It's like putting salt and lime and acid to injuries. Okay, putting more pain into their problem. All right, so that's that. All right, let me continue. I'm sorry, I'm only 28 seconds in it, and I took maybe a minute or so.
There wasn't an option to say, you know what, tonight we're not going to go. Because just imagine the stories that come from that. While my wife and I were in those chairs, gripping each other's hand, the moment the lights go down, Meghan starts crying.
Oh my goodness.
I'm feeling sorry for her, but I'm also really angry with myself that we're stuck in this situation. I was ashamed that it got this bad. I was ashamed to go to my family. Because to be honest with you, like a lot of other people my age can probably relate to, I know that I'm not going to get from my family what I need.
This is someone who pays attention and see the pattern of things. He knows he's not going to get what he really need. Okay? Look at this. Let's say, for instance, he asked, okay, 50 in, 50 out. They said no. Okay, that alone let you know. All right, they wanted some time for themselves. Okay, let's say 6 months. They, let's say they're in the US, they're doing their thing, they're enjoying the private life, they're enjoying their kids, running around and all of that. All right, and then the next 6 months, okay, they just put the front. All right, I don't care what they write about me. I don't care. Let's just go and help those charities. Okay, for 6 months, that's all we're gonna dedicate. We ignore the tabloid, we do this, but let's shed light to stuff. All right, and because we know in 6 months there's gonna be an end of that, we're gonna enjoy each other and our family. But no, they said nope, you can't do that. That alone, okay, should tell you. That alone should tell you that they what is it? He wasn't gonna get what he needs from his family. All right, so a lot of people keep on let me not bring that up. Let's continue listening.
I then had a son who I'd far rather be solely focused on, rather than every time I look in his eyes wondering whether my wife is going to end up like my mother and I'm going to have to look after him myself.
Oh my goodness, when you think about it, when you think about this, when he look at Archie and now little bit, thank God little bit then even get to, let's just speak of what he says right now. All right, when he look at his child and looking at his eyes and said, oh, what if your mom is not there and I'm going to raise you by myself? This is heartfelt. And this is why he said, I had to do the best thing for my family. Get the hell out of there. Because I want my wife to raise my son with me. Okay, to the thing that he saw on Meghan, the livelihood before they got married, when they were dating, the lifestyle that Meghan had, the cheery, bubbly, the valley girl kind of Meghan that she was before she got into the royal family. Harry got to experience that and said, this is what I want for my kids. Okay, I don't have that experience. I cannot give that experience to my kids. Okay, I would like for my wife to be alive, for my kids to get a piece of that experience for my wife. This kind of things. This is very heartfelt. All right, this is very heartfelt. Okay, I don't want to raise my kids by myself. Wow, let's listen to that again. A little bit more.
Focused on, rather than every time I look in his eyes, wondering whether my wife is going to end up like my mother and I'm going to have to look after him myself.
Wow.
That was one of the biggest reasons to leave. Feeling trapped and feeling controlled.
That's the thing, looking ahead. Okay, you have to do the little steps for the future. And he's like, no, he gave up everything just to have a breathing, living body next to him. All right, health is number one, and he just proved that. My goodness. All right, and people are doing stupid things for money. Money is not everything. And look what happened. Okay, the step that he did, and they took everything away from him. They took security. They cut his they didn't even pick up his phone call. All right, and they jumped the hurdle together. All right, if they weren't gonna be together that first few years together, that hurdle that they just jumped, okay, that would have, if Meghan was a gold digger like those other people be saying, okay, she would have left already. All right, when you have the brain to create, to produce, all right, you could make it on your own. All right, let's listen. It's almost done.
Both by the media and by the system itself, which never encouraged the talking about this kind of trauma. But certainly now, I will never be bullied into silence.
This is very powerful. Let's go to the comment. I can believe. All right, amen. We made it, thank God, and so did Harry and Meghan. Okay, thank you, Sussex Squad. Your dedication to support Harry and Meghan gives me the vibe that they will rise above the hate campaign and go from strength to strength. My heart breaks each time I listen to their experiences. Royal family or just a cult. Okay, praise the Lord. Oh my soul, bless his only name of God. And forget not all his benefit, who redeemed myth, the Sussex lives, from all destruction, who crowneth the Sussexes with loving kindness, okay, satisfy, okay, them with good things, their youth renewed like the eagle. Psalm 103, 1 through 5. That's a prayer right there. All right, every time I see this part, I tear up. I never should have been this way for them. That's right. These people you never met, but this is the thing that human nature have. We're supposed to have compassion, understanding, and all of that. But these people, they show none. Okay, Sussex Squad is an awesome team. I'm proud to be part of this group. Yeah. Okay. What will all the hand movement? Okay, is this true? Oh God. All right, let me just move that. All right, he's just explaining his experience. These people, why these people always come here? Okay, he seemed nervous and anxious. I mean, I don't know, whatever. That's one of the squad said they got a body language expert kind of certificate. Did I bookmark this? Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Please God protect them always, keep them safe. This is a heartbreaking to listen to. Thank God they got out when they did. Okay, I respect Harry and Meghan a lot for doing the right thing, taking the right making the right decision. It is true. Thanks. Global Musketeer. Kudos, Harry's kudos. All right, and that's it. I see here I have something. U.S. athlete Montana who gave 5. Oh, okay. So this. Okay, I'm done with the Sussexes. Oh my goodness, I have a couple more that has nothing to do with the Sussexes. I'm already an hour now. To this. All right, this is regarding an athlete. Okay, U.S. athlete Alysia Montana, who is 5 months pregnant, won the 800 meter at the U.S. National. This deserves a billion likes. Oh, okay. It's U.S. national. I thought it was the Olympics. So it's no, it's not the Olympics. It's the national. But still, okay. But still, she was 5 months pregnant. Okay. The thing is, the what's really funny. Okay, this is not the thing here. It's some of the comment in there. Let's look at some of the comment. Okay, let's be friend. I follow back, or who follow. All right, the baby is in the womb. This is how it is. Look at this. That's what I was laughing. Oh my God, look at the body just moving like a freaking doll. Okay, that was that. Okay, not many people are talking about the chicks with the pink bikini because the way she shocked her head 3 times on the boat, then flew in front of the camera, got me crying. Let's look at it again. Her. Oh my God. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, Alysia Montana, great athlete, is 35 and retired now. This photo is from 2014. She was 8 months pregnant in this race, and she finished last in her prelim heat. Sorry, no likes for misinformation. See, I don't know. Okay, so I'm glad this person come and said, but she come last. All right, let's see here. But it's the comment. I came for the comment here because I started reading it. All right, and I actually thought it was in the Olympics, but it's not. All right, but meanwhile, her baby, there's more people putting things. Oh my God. The baby, when he finally met the person that been juggling him around for 800 meters. I think it was where's that country? I know the story of this. I forgot which country. Okay, when I do edit, I'll put the name of that country. I can't believe, even while I was editing, I still can't remember the name of the country, but I know what it was. You won't believe what I did to get the name. I went to look at Tom Brady, to get his wife, and then to find out where his wife was born. Okay, that's how I knew. Sometimes my brain is not even there. I had to look for Tom Brady to get his wife's name and find out where she was born, and to get the name Brazil from. I can't believe this. Sometimes my brain can operate properly. I might be wrong, but okay. There's people laughing. The baby. People just putting things up, but oh my God, laughing my ass. I mean, my as well. Oh my God, this is so freaking. Oh my God, people just laughing. But anyway, oh, is that the baby? This is her baby, by the way. What? That's her now. Okay, he looks exhausted. Yeah, he looks exhausted. All right, okay. I was just going to the comments. Oh, baby inside. There's an earthquake. I'm laughing because of the lipstick. The lipstick, the comment. Let me move on so people don't keep on listening to me laughing. All right, I only came for the comment. That's all. Oh shit. Okay. Oh. Bitch slap him. Oh my God. Okay, me explaining that a pregnant horse can run faster because it has 2 horsepower. My math teacher. I didn't see this. Who is that? It must be a politician. Oh my God. Okay. Everett Venzi finished 3rd at sport race in 2018. She was 7 months pregnant. Some women are strong. Nah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's see the picture. 7 months pregnant. Wow. 7 months. She's very small. Then again, people show differently. Okay, look at the baby, how fit she is. Let's see here. Wow. Okay, that's a different time for her. UST. Okay. But what in the name? Okay. The baby getting woke from its nap. Like, what the fuck are all these images? With teeth and everything. Look at this. It has teeth. Alright, let me get out of this. Okay. I know the baby in the room like Let me stop. Okay, let me stop. Let me go to COVID stuff here. I could go on. Next tweet. Okay. All right. Breaking news. Dr. Fauci come out in favor of vaccination mandates for businesses and colleges, blames the unvaccinated for the rapid spread of the deadly Delta variant. Okay, RT. If you agree with that, with Dr. retweet if you agree with Dr. Fauci. Yeah, that's the thing here. People are not vaccinated and then they don't want to wear the mask. All right, so that's that. Okay, I want to move quickly now. Okay, it's things about COVID and stuff now. Okay, next one. All right, there will be no federal mandate for Americans to get COVID-19 vaccine, U.S. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky said, clarifying comments she made earlier during the televised interview. Where is that? Dr. Fauci said something. So there will be no federal mandate for Americans to get COVID. What in the name?
I was referring to mandates.
Let's see here.
Disease Control and Prevention Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky said on Friday there will be no nationwide mandate for Americans to get a COVID-19 vaccine, clarifying comments she made earlier during a televised interview. Quote, to clarify, she tweeted, there will be no nationwide mandate. I was referring to mandates by private institutions and portions of the federal government. There will be no federal mandate. Earlier on Friday, when asked by a Fox News Channel interviewer, quote, are you for mandating a vaccine on a federal level? Walensky said, quote, that's something that I think the administration is looking into.
Vaccines are the best defense.
President Joe Biden's administration has been seeking ways to increase vaccination levels in the U.S. Biden on Thursday urged local governments to pay people to get vaccinated and set new rules requiring federal workers to provide proof of vaccination or face regular testing, mask mandates, and travel restrictions. But as the Delta variant sweeps through the U.S., White House Chief of Staff Ron Klain tweeted on Saturday that more adults are getting the shot, quote, than any time in the past 8 to 10 weeks, and that, quote, we are seeing particularly strong increases in the states that are hard hit by Delta. The United States is experiencing rising numbers of COVID-19 cases, especially in areas with lower rates of vaccination. Health authorities this week introduced new measures to encourage vaccination and told fully vaccinated Americans to wear masks indoors in COVID-19 hotspots.
Anyway, the whole thing is, if everybody wear their mask and get vaccinated, things problem would have been solved. But I'm starting to have second thought regarding sending my kids to school. I don't know. I can't wait to hear what they're saying about that. Okay, the man allowed to call Meghan. I don't know if I should go into that. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Let's do a prayer. All right. Prayer for what? That last one had to do with Meghan's brother and what he did back then with his wife, ex-wife or something like that. But anyway, prayer for, okay, what's this? Andrew Athlete, blind need to see. Should I do another blind need to see? Okay, let's do that. Blind need to see. That's not what okay, I wasn't even gonna go for that, but I was going for blindness to see. All right, oh Lord, grant me the power to be fulfilled, successful, and prosperous in life. In the name of Jesus. Okay, 16, oh Lord, break me in every department of my life in the name of Jesus. I guess literally I was turning my chair and then my hand went straight to that. So I'm gonna leave it as that. Okay, that's the prayer I'm going to gonna share. But the thing is that when I think about what I just read is the fact that we were talking about you could help, and at different level. You don't have to be rich to help. Okay, so this is why I decided I'm just gonna leave it. Let's do this here. Beautiful quote. Forget your own unhappiness by creating a little happiness for others, because when you are good to others, you are best to yourself. Just remember, the thing you do for yourself are gone when you are gone, but the things you do for others remain as your legacy. Good morning, have a nice day. Wow, I'm gonna stick to that. Okay, these none of them that wow, I didn't really pick these. This literally was chosen for me. All right. So that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to help support this channel, I have a link in the description, PayPal link, and I have another YouTube channel, is Pure Team Sussex. Please go and subscribe. Not a lot of content there, but I will be putting a little bit at a time. There's a possibility this Wednesday I may not have my next content ready, because I keep on being disrupted when it's time for me to write the script, and yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have it ready, but you will have videos on this channel. All right, so just know when there's nothing on Wednesday on the other channel, there's something here. Okay, on Pure YT there's always tweet videos, because you guys don't mind them. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching.